Hello, friends. I figure since it's after Halloween, it is now Christmas, especially here in Canada because we've already had Thanksgiving. So, personally, I love Christmas. I love Christmas decorations. I love everything. I watch almost not all, but I watch all the Christmas movies. I do Christmas baking closer to the time. I go to Christmas parties. I have a National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation shirt. So I am all ready. I hope you're all ready too, or at least starting to get excited. Of course, the holidays bring mixed emotions. My best friend, she loved Christmas and she passed away suddenly in September. And so I'm anticipating some grief coming up around the holidays. And I mean, I think we all feel mixed emotions, right? Well, I shouldn't say all, but most of us. You know, you grieve, at least I do. I grieve for experiences and family and things I wish I had. Growing up, I grieve some things as an adult that I don't have, but overall, I feel grateful for what I do have, and there are some very quick reminders if you're not feeling grateful. I know the world is very complicated. However, that helps me sink more into the holiday because I'm looking for that warmth and comfort this time of year. I haven't started listening to Christmas carols yet. I usually leave Christmas carols to December, and I have not decorated yet, but I leave most things I do in November. So I thought I would have my candle. I know I have the one candle in every video, but because I have 2 cats, I don't have a variety of candles. I melt scented waxes sometimes, and I also have a diffuser in the bathroom, but I try to be careful about strong scents that could irritate me or the cats, and I don't want to deal with any kind of fire hazards. But I can tell you I love candles, and all I want to do is buy all of them up in all of the stores. So anyway, this is exciting. Better Homes and Garden Christmas Ideas, Ultimate Decorating Guide, trees, mantles, wreaths, and more. Create budget-friendly project ideas. Learn gift wrap basics to impress. 126 quick holiday tips, real home tours that inspire. I am a terrible gift wrapper. I have wrapped many a gift, and while it's passable, it doesn't look great. If I want something special, I will have someone do it professionally, like when I buy the gift at the store. Gosh, doesn't that look nice? I've never had a real tree before. Growing up, we always had a fake tree, and I feel mixed about that. Maybe one day I'll have a real tree. I would like to experience it once. However, you know, I see the other side of it too. So anyway, I I like all the gold in this picture. The gold ribbon. Look at all the, almost, not all, but most of the bulbs have gold in them. That looks very pretty. And the mantle. Let's see what they suggest. I don't know about you guys, but when I lived in the US, I used to get so many catalogs, and I loved it. I would just get on all these catalog lists, not on purpose. They would just send them to me, and I didn't really buy much, but I used to always look through everything, especially the Christmas catalogs, which I love. I also love a good Christmas craft fair to see all the handmade gifts and, you know, drink hot chocolate. Here in Toronto, we have one that is in the Distillery District, and it has an indoor and outdoor, and people buy a big turkey leg and walk around and eat a turkey leg. I haven't done that part, but because I think walking around with a turkey leg is kind of awkward, but anyway, it's still special. Although I have to say, I missed craft fairs in small towns. They're much better than craft fairs in big cities because they're usually outdoors. There's usually a lot of space, and it's not usually overrun with people. So you get to walk around casually and just look at stuff, touch stuff, eat good food. I used to, when I was young, go to craft fairs with my stepmom, and I was always allowed to buy one item for me and have a snack with her. And we would go like at, I don't even remember, it felt like 7 in the morning. I'm not sure if that's accurate, but we'd go very early in the morning and just walk around and look at stuff, and I really enjoyed that. So, Christmas, there's Santa. Santa knows. Inspire, create, share, love. Eclectic products are designed to allow a little magic to happen with everything you create. Our quality adhesives and stains provide the perfect tools to experience the kind of Christmas everyone will long to remember, except no substitutes. Isn't that funny? We have a strong Christmas ad for adhesives. Gosh. I love this kind of stuff. I mean, I know it's just a jar of candy canes with a little, you know, ribbon or chocolate chips, but I just love all the decorations at Christmas. Even if they're simple like this, I just think they're so beautiful. The sparkly little trees. Also, around Christmas when I go shopping, I'm gonna walk around Michael's for sure. There's a big one downtown here, and I could just spend all day there, frankly. So let's see what it says. Does it seem that you hear Christmas music and see magical store play? Oh my gosh, you guys. Does it seem like you hear Christmas music and see magical store displays before you're mentally prepared? It does to me year after year. Whether you're the one playing the music and ready to start decking the halls the day after Halloween, or you're a last-minute decorator, we are here to help. Are there people who do last-minute decorations? I know people do last-minute gifts, but I don't know if people do last-minute decorations. Like me, I mean, I think if you're like on December 23rd and you haven't decorated yet, I don't know, do something small or wait till next year, but that's just me. In this issue, you'll glean inspiration from room-by-room tours of beautifully decorated homes with inspired homeowners whose own traditions and thoughtfulness can't help but get you in the spirit. The Kleckers' beloved Navi and their careful selection of a Christmas tree will warm your heart. Pamela Dawkins creates an elegantly glam home that is family-ready as they all gather around the gorgeous table for their holiday dinner. I marveled at the creativity and craftsmanship that went into every carefully wrapped package of Pamela Dyer's home. Her ribbons and adornments turn boxes into art. In addition to home tours, our team produces project stories to inspire, motivate, and take it easy on the bank account. New takes on wreaths, ornaments, and all the extras can be handcrafted for display or given as gifts. We hope this issue brings you inspiration, ideas, and the mental readiness to sing along to every holiday tune. Here's to the best holiday season ever. I am ready. I really like this tree. I mean, don't we all love people's homes and magazines? Their wreath and all their pretty candles and their garland. Looks cozy. This wreath isn't really for me. I like wreaths that are a little more classic looking. I mean, it's pretty, but that's just not my taste. Okay, let's see. I like these little trees back here. Those are cute. Better Homes Real Estate. I didn't know Better Homes had a real estate business. All right, artificial trees. Today's faux trees increasingly look like the real thing. They're designed to last a decade or more, but a good one can be pricey, and shopping means learning a lot of lingo. Huh, no kidding. Here's what to know beyond fir or pine. The fine print, don't judge a tree on, oh, keep your nose out of the flame, my love. Sorry, Henry's come to the table and he started sniffing it, which is fine, but I don't want too close to the flame. Sorry for the interruption. Don't judge a tree on pictures alone. Read the description for clues on assembly, quality, and details for the color of lights. Polyethylene. Pros, durable and realistic, ideal for letting the tree be the star. PVC. Pro, more affordable, ideal for covering every inch with ornaments. By the numbers. Allow for at least 12 inches between treetop and ceiling and 6 inches between the tree and the wall. Tip count. This descriptor tells you the number of needles and helps indicate how full the tree will look. When you compare, you'll get a sense of density. The fuller the tree, the less visible the trunk, but the less room for decorations. Widthwise, the terms full, slim, or pencil suggest how wide or narrow the overall silhouette will be. I've never bought my own Christmas tree, so this is all, I didn't know all of this was a thing. I live in a small apartment, so while I'd like to have a tree, there's not really enough room here, and then I would have nowhere to store it throughout the year, so I'll just buy something like small or put out some candles and bulbs or something small. Style tip. Especially the first year, you'll need to fluff your tree. Aim to recreate the styling of the sale image and work from inside out and bottom to top. That I did know. Shop for pre-lit options with long-lasting LED bulbs, but don't be afraid to add more lights when you decorate. Can I say that's something that's really cool? When I was a kid, I don't think we had trees that were pre-lit like that, or if we did, I just didn't know about it. But at my house growing up, we didn't have that. And untangling the lights and checking all the bulbs and putting them on the tree, and also when you have to take them down, I personally found was the worst part of it. So I think it's so cool that they have trees now that have lights on them. Materials. Most trees are made using one or two types of plastic, PVC or polyethylene. PVC indicates thin, flat needles attached to wires wrapped around the branches. PE needles and branches are molded so they look and feel more like a real tree. Often trees combine the two, PVC inside closer to the trunk and PE on the more visible outside. Look at these trees. I'm not really a big fan of the white trees. I like something more of a classic. Actually, I think I like this tree on the left the best, personally. I think flock trees are pretty, but I hear they're very messy. Warm white highlights and a dusting of snow give a classic Christmas look. Sparkling Amelia pine. White needles and pastel lights offer a mod holiday vibe. A high tip count makes for a lush look. Dual-size lights that can be set to white or color ensure a tree that changes with your style. That's kind of cool to have both options. Assembly required. Artificial trees have one or two types of branches, hinged or hooked in. Hinged branches come pre-attached to the trunk and fold down for display and up for storage. They are much easier to assemble. Hook-in branches are individually inserted into a specific notch on the tree pole. That's the kind we had when I was growing up. They take more time to put together and cannot be pre-lit, but they also tend to be less expensive. Pre-lit trees. Pre-lit trees minimize setup and cleanup and help you avoid the holiday tangled lights. However, pre-lit options are more expensive and don't allow for style flexibility if you like to change the size or color of your lights However, pre-lit options are more expensive and don't allow for style flexibility if you like to change the size or color of your lights each year. Swapping burned out lights for fresh ones may also be a challenge, so look for a tree labeled continuous on or with burnout protection. This means that if a single bulb on the strand goes out, the rest of the lights stay on. Oh gosh, can you imagine all your lights go out and you have to find it? That'd be so annoying. Also be mindful of incandescent versus LED. The latter is more common and efficient and typically requires less maintenance. Bells and whistles. Flocking is an artificial tree mainstay. Zoom in on detail shots to better understand just how heavy the faux snow is. Look for descriptors that say glitter, which sometimes comes with the flocking for extra twinkle but may not fit your style. Additional fake tree accents include natural-looking elements like pine cones and berries. Or trees may skew more glamorous or mod with tinsel, feathers, and a rainbow of needle colors. Keep in mind that these embellishments cannot be removed, so consider yourself committed to this style. Blue and silver. I have to say, I do like when people have a theme for their tree. A traditional pairing, this year-round color scheme staple feels elevated for the holidays. Try a rich range of blues with sparkling metallics, crisp whites, and frosty greenery. I mean, I do think that's very pretty, but that's not my that's not my preference, but I mean, don't get me wrong, it's beautiful. Look, I love how they did their kitchen with these wreaths and flowers and everything on theme. Let's look at this one. Pink and Pink. Blush and Bashful, Rose and Lemonade, Shell and Ballet Slipper. No matter what you call tones of soft pink, this palette is a decidedly sweet take on the traditional holiday scheme. This looks, I mean, I don't think I'd say any of these would look bad. They all look nice, but this is also not to my taste. Green and Black. For a modern farmhouse look, pair traditional greens with black instead of red. A touch of brown hues from paper and wood completes the calm, contemporary scene. I do like the gifts wrapped in like more of a, what do you call it? Like the brown paper. Like, I think that looks nice. But those trees look so small, that's why they have to have two of them. Rainbow and Brights. Inspired by shiny bright ornaments and mid-century decor, all is merry and bright, whether the scheme is traditional red, green and blue, or playful purple, raspberry, and aqua. Oh, they didn't put anything that was, I was hoping for more, so I could be like, that's my style. I think I like kind of classic Christmas. And it's hard to, I wanted to show that, but it's hard to describe it. People know, though. That's a cute sign. Santa Claus is coming to town, and they have their Christmas pillows, their little tree. Oh, I didn't even notice our little dog. Homeowner Katie Nairn with Labradoodle Nuggie, that's a cute name, often uses real garland to adorn her home's exterior. It smells so good as you're walking up to the front door. She has a cozy nook. This tiny tree, this photo has a storied theme. It is filled with the 12 Days of Christmas ornament collection by Mackenzie Childs. They're so detailed, they're like works of art. Wow, that is a lot. Look at the fireplace. Just so many bulbs. So this tree just has so many decorations. I don't think I've seen a tree with so many decorations before. I like the polka dot paper and the striped paper. Oh, here they have a close-up of the above the fireplace. Isn't that a lot of bulbs? That's a lot. I mean, I love people who are over the top, so don't get me wrong. I'm just like, I've never seen so much. I like this sign, Merry and Bright. I like the little mistletoes on the backs of the chairs. That looks cute. They have two trees. It's funny, and I don't know, you guys can let me know if I'm wrong, but I think having more than one tree has become like a style recently, you know, except for like at hotels. When I was growing up, people didn't have more than one tree, or I don't know, maybe I'm just misremembering, but now it's like I see it on TV or, you know, in magazines that people have just multiple trees in their home. Let me know if I'm wrong, or I don't know, maybe I am. Look at that gingerbread house. Isn't that beautiful? I love Christmas cookie baking. I cannot make a beautiful gingerbread house like that. I'm not as artistically inclined as that, but I will try. It would not make it into a magazine, I'll tell you that much. There's Nuggie. It's very cute. Is this still the same house? Do they have another tree? I'm sorry. That looks like a cozy place to eat breakfast. Those chairs look very comfy. That'd be a very nice Christmas morning. When I was a kid, after we would open our gifts, my parents always made Christmas bacon and eggs for breakfast. And we'd all have tea. I liked that. Like, I love a Christmas tree in the bedroom. Like, I love the idea. I think it's beautiful. I would like keep my lights on all night so I could just lay in bed and stare at the tree. It looks very pretty. Wow, this one is so full of ornaments too. It's like you don't see the tree, it's just packed. Aw, this is cute. This little kid bedroom. Candy. And then I love the little toys in the little wagon basket. A little skinny tree. That would be cute. If I had a child, I would put a gift or two from Santa under there for a first thing in the morning surprise before they came downstairs. That's cute. There's that wreath we discussed. I do not like this wreath. This intricate braided wreath may seem complicated, but it's easier than it might appear. All you need is felt, scissors, and a ruler. For a modern holiday palette, we chose dark pink, light pink, teal, green, and mint, but you could easily take it traditional with shades of red, green, and white, or make it seasonal with wintry blues and creams. That is not for me. Prince Charming. Channel sweet cottage vibes with a wreath that showcases an entourage of eclectic floral quilting fabrics, decoupage to discs. We stuck with small-scale prints in a tightly edited, cohesive palette of red, pink, orange, and green. That is kind of cottage vibes. I'm not really into this one. Fiber Frenzy, calling all maximalists. The many ingredients of the robust wreath are feast for the eyes. Pom-poms made from a smorgasbord of yarn, including golden metallic fun fur, are the main course, while DIY felted wool balls, repurposed ball ornaments, and golden pine cones complete the buffet. You'll need at least 40 pom-poms to cover an 18-inch grapevine wreath. Have you guys ever made your own wreaths? I have. When I was younger, I had a friend whose mom was really into crafting, so we made wreaths together. It was very nice. That's cute. I think that would be cute like on a side table or in a little kid's room with the little hanging stars and the trees. I like that one. Joy to the world. Spell out the season's greetings on a wreath base constructed from 2 golden wire floral hoops and craft sticks. Any phrase with at least 3 or 4 words works well for this colorful approach. Think Christmas carols, movie quotes, or other holiday things. kind of sparse for me. Also, I would hate to have bells on my door every time you open or close. I know some people like that. I personally am not into that. Now they're showing how to make all of the wreaths that they just showed us. That's kind of cool. I like when people sit down and do crafts and are creative. Family traditions. I have to say I like this one. I like the wrappings. The ribbons are beautiful. I like that tree quite a bit. But here the tree looks sparse. Is that normal for real trees? Or is just the tree they got? I like this. Fireplace, that's a real fireplace. With garland and stockings, the wreath, and then just little accents up the shelves. I like that the bird. Is that just a decoration, or I think it is just a decoration. I was thinking like, oh, is it for your napkin, but there's a napkin right there, so I guess not. I like those little kitchen, what are they called, booths? Or there's probably a better name for it that I'm not thinking of. It just looks cozy with all the pillows. Oh, these people have pine cones off the back of their chairs. See, I wouldn't mind getting like a little tiny tree for myself like this. It's not much, but it's something. I like this too, with the little trees and the centerpiece. That's a cute table setting. I like this tree quite a bit as well. It's a little more full. It has decorations, but not a lot. The train, that's kind of a classic. It's so cute, the little girl modeling, looking at little Christmas books. Oh, are these all stockings? They're all white. There's wrappings for gifts. I love when people put thought into wrappings and things like that. It's just so thoughtful, and you can tell they put time into it and that they care. Oh, look at these. I love it. Isn't that so pretty? I guess, I don't know if it's a flower or a feathery flower. And the little Merry Christmas. It's just a tiny little sticker. I love the ribbon. That all is, I love gift wrapping. I don't know about you all, but I'm sure we all do, right? This is beautiful. The stuff people think of. Here are your options. They say you can wrap it with tissue paper, tulle ribbon, art paper, wrapping a paper book, wallpaper remnants. I didn't even think of that, wallpaper remnants. Bows. Making bows I personally find very hard. you know what you want them to look like, and then you make it and you're like, what the heck happened? At least that's my experience. Got all these bows. That's interesting. I could probably do this one. I could not do this one. I love this with the double ribbon. I think that looks very beautiful. I mean, all of them look beautiful, right? But I think this one's one of my faves. It's just clean and beautiful. Here they show you how to do all the ribbons. That's kind of cool. Oh, I love this. Isn't this cute? Are these people making their own tags? Yes. They said you can use peppermint pipe cleaners, pom-pom palette, that's that one, a layered letter, watercolor wonder, like these, felt for it, isn't that adorable? Ceramic and wood toppers, that would be these. On point motifs, just like these ones. Look, I just love it. All in the details. There are some standard things that I reuse. Greenery, stockings, bottle brush trees. Last year I invested in high quality ornaments that I am sure I will reuse again and again. I don't know if I don't think I like this palette, the gold and the brown. You guys, I think I don't know if I'm picky or opinionated. It's another tree, it just has tons and tons of stuff on it. I have to say, I do love the people who, you know, have like 20 boxes in their basement, and then it's like a 2-day affair to decorate their homes because they're so much into Christmas. I love people who bring so much joy and are over the top. Oh, isn't that cute? Putting someone's name on their plate like that. That's very cute. Pamela and her husband welcome a house full to Christmas dinner. She purchases a laser-cut gold nameplate for everyone who comes to her table. Matte black plates from Amazon and gold rim chargers from Pier 1 sit atop a circle of faux cedar and craft paper placemats. Even though the placemats are paper, their French frame is graceful, she says. So that's the paper. I wonder how much that costs to do the name tags like that. Isn't that cute with the little bench? I love Pier 1, and in Canada a couple of years ago, all the Pier 1s went, I think all of them went under. I miss Pier 1 so much. I like the long candle stems. I think that looks very nice. Oh, isn't that cute? Not just all the long stem candles, but also all of the little mini Christmas trees. Oh, I like that too. A candle and some little trees on your tray. That's the tree I talked about before I like. She says, I've gathered my decor over many years, and each year I add a little more. It looks very cozy. I like the table. I like how she did the table settings and the wreaths on the chairs. It never occurred to me to put something on the back of my chairs. I'm not, I don't know, I guess I wish I had that gene that some people have where they're really good at decorating. I am not. I have a hard time, you know, seeing, I know when I see it in a picture, I know if I like it or not, but I don't have whatever it is that helps me to put it together on my own to make it look how I want to look. I don't have whatever that is. But I love people who do. I don't know, that's a gift I wish I had. I love on TV shows or movies when they have like stylists that come and style people's homes. I could just watch HGTV all day. This is the kind of stuff I do. Just put some bulbs in a bowl and I call it a day. I mean, I live alone, so I can get away with that kind of stuff. Merry and bright. I don't know if I want pumpkins on my Christmas table. Although maybe that could be for like American Thanksgiving. You have your Christmas tree up and then your pumpkins and your gourds and stuff. That's not bad actually. I love American Thanksgiving. I don't know how to explain it. I like Canadian Thanksgiving a lot too, but they're not the same. And it's very hard to explain how they're different. I think American Thanksgiving is maybe more over the top. I think, for me at least, because Thanksgiving in Canada is early. It's early October every year. So it's the first real holiday of fall. And in the US, it's like Thanksgiving is a multi-day affair. And it's Thanksgiving, but it's also Christmassy. And I don't know. I love it so much. I think Thanksgiving is just in Canada and the US, isn't that correct? I don't think there's Thanksgiving elsewhere, but I may be wrong. I had a girlfriend who lived in England for a while, and she said one of the things that was hardest for her was you could not find canned pumpkin in England. So she wanted to make pumpkin pie. So she bought the pumpkins and scraped them out and did all that. Oh, I would never. She must have really wanted those pies. But she lived there for a few years, so she probably was also feeling a bit homesick, right? And when I lived in the US, I felt homesick too. It's weird the things that you feel homesick for. Like certain music, holidays. One of the ways that I stayed in touch with feeling at home was reading the news. I don't know. Homesickness is very weird. And now that I don't live in the US, I don't feel homesickness, but I feel like I miss certain things. I miss going to Target and buying affordable home goods. I lived in California, so I miss the weather for sure. I missed the people, obviously, the most. It's just everyone thinks, oh, Canada and the US are so similar. And they are, but when you live there, you start noticing the small differences. And some big differences, but you really notice it. It's almost hard to put into words sometimes, honestly. Like just things like, I don't know, like trying to take it, like where I lived, I was like, well, why don't we just, it was Thanksgiving and I lived with my ex, and I was like, well, why don't we just go to McDonald's or something for lunch on Thanksgiving Day? And he was like, they're not open. And I was like, what do you mean they're not open? And he was like, no, it's Thanksgiving Day. There's, you have to eat at home. And I was like, oh, you know. And I don't know if that's just where I lived in California, or you know what I mean. Like, the U.S. is a very huge place, but things that I didn't consider. In Canada, growing up, we get a lot of sort of messages about the US, and some true, some not. And living there really challenged some of the biases I grew up with. And when I returned to Canada, I would hear those biases, and I'd have to say, you know, that's not really what I experienced when I lived there. And now, in fairness, I lived in the Bay Area in California. That's one small place with, you know, the U.S. is so vast, and the way people think, politics, religion, lifestyles, weather, everything is so different for different people where they are. So, you know, I could only say what my experience was in that small area. I like this tree quite a bit. It's pretty. I got distracted by the couch. I was like, oh, I do not like that couch or that snowflake pillow. I don't know. We're actually not really into any of their furniture, but I like their tree quite a bit. I like their dog, their little doggy. Their rug is nice. That bed looks very cozy, doesn't it? I love when you see in stores or in catalogs when people, this one isn't as much like that, but when people make beds and there's like 500 pillows and blankets, so it just looks like you would be, you know, consumed by blankets when you get in the bed. I like that. It appeals to me. It's so cozy. I like this. It's kind of clean and modern, but cute, simple. It's very cute. I like the little trees. I think I commented on that before. This is the blue house that we looked at a bit before. And he's cute. Well, it looks like the person made these ornaments by hand. They put a big bow on their dog. That's cute. I do like this classic look. I mean, it's quite pretty. It's not my style. I feel like it's, and this may just be me, but I feel like in a home like that, I feel like, ooh, I better not touch anything. I better not break anything. And that, of course, could just be some weird thing I have. But I think it looks beautiful. Ooh, did you see this chandelier? Isn't that nice with the gold, but it's kind of light? I like that quite a bit. All the silver, blue, so much. All the ribbon. I wonder, did these people put their names in, or are they stylists that the magazine knew? I guess I probably could go back and maybe they talk about it. I like the gold. I don't like this, the dusters. I don't like that they touch the floor. I don't know if I'm weird for that. I just think of all the cat fur I'm always cleaning up. That thing would just be like cat fur city. I like this end table. Here's the pink one. The tree is quite pretty, isn't it? With the small, it's like small thin branches. Oh, look at all the little, I'm sure these presents aren't real, they're just stylized, but there's all these little presents. The pink and the browns. I love this chair. Isn't that a beautiful chair? It looks cozy and just kind of classy. Dyed tassels, chalky ornaments. I didn't notice the ornaments were chalky until now. That's true. They look pretty. They're kind of like a matte, right? Oh, they made these. Shatterproof ball ornaments, spray paint in hammered golden finish, crafts paint. We used folk art acrylic paint in cottage rose, nutmeg, and burnt sienna, crafts paintbrushes, baking soda, and a paper plate to make these. I dyed the tassels. Gosh, people are a lot more committed than I am to this kind of stuff, and I love it. I don't know. I don't know. People have like, I love people have hobbies and they just go all out, you know? All these ornaments and candlesticks and trees and just fans. It does look like a lot of this stuff you could make and not for too expensive. I'm one of those people who goes to Michael's and spends like, you know, hundreds of bucks to make something that should have cost 20 if I bought it. All through the house. Oh, I have a kitty making noise. Come here, my baby. Henry. Ryan sleeping under the table in a box. I keep a shoebox with tattered paper for the boys to play with right now until it gets too tattered, and then I, you know, recycle it and get them something else. They have lots of toys, but they get excited about tissue paper and things like that. Cute. I love all these built-ins. I love when they're not too cluttered. They just have little interesting things to look at. And I also love pillows and blankets, a fire. Isn't that just beautiful? All I want to do is just lay on their couch and drink tea or coffee and move in. You think anyone wants to adopt me? Oh, this is beautiful. I love this. There's so many good ideas. I see no space left undone. It's a little cute. I'm someone who, I don't know if I do all this kind of work, but I love that other people do it. I like these branches with is that considered berries or holly? I'm not sure. Oh, doesn't this home just look cozy? I mean, I don't know if I want the 70s lamp shade, but it just looks like, you know, if you're away at college and you go home and this is your bedroom. I don't know. Do I really need a blanket with a ladder? That might be a bit much. Oh, my word. Henry's meowing because there's people talking in the hallway. And if there's people in the hallway, he wants to be out there saying hi to them. Everybody loves a barefoot claw tub. I don't know if I need a big old picture there, but it's nice. I had an apartment that had this before, and I used to take a lot of baths. I have a tub now, but it's not this, and I take a lot of baths, but these ones are deeper, you know? Walk in the woods. Meander down a wooded path in winter to glimpse nature's seasonal decor. Bring the beauty inside this year with these simple woodland-inspired projects. Isn't that beautiful? That's something you would buy at a craft fair. And here they are showing like what it would look like on display. We're getting near the end, so hopefully we can tolerate Henry's little meows. Do you think, I was gonna say, do you think they hand knit these socks? But they do look kind of machine knit, don't they? I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. It's simple. Oh, I like the pine cones with the flock on them. That looks cute. I like this quite a bit. The wooden with the pine cones and the white candles and the ribbon and the gold leaves. I think that's very pretty. Oh, I shouldn't look at this yet. Oh, it's just a view from the top. That looks very nice. Oh, and then here's all the instructions on how to make the little woodland decorations. Merry mushrooms, glittered acorns, crepe paper leaves, oak leaf wreath, holly garland. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? Don't you just love like going to flower shops and looking around and the smell? Oh, the smell. Evergreen gathering, wreath making in an easy and affordable DIY project that promises an afternoon of festive memories at Iowa's Pepper Harrow Fresh Flower Farm. Isn't that a great name for a flower farm? Pepper Harrow. The owners host holiday classes with all the trimmings. Look, chestnuts, roses, all this dried flowers. I don't know what all this is, but it looks beautiful. Holly. It's just, now these are the kind of wreaths that I like. You know, green, lots of texture, holly, kind of more classic but full. I enjoy that. I also like in Toronto, there's some high-end hotels that you can walk around at Christmas and look at their lobbies, and they're especially decorated for people to come in and look around. I really like that. Look, people making multiple wreaths. Lavender provides a lot of interesting color for the wreaths. The gray, blue, and silver coloring is a beautiful and non-traditional addition to any holiday wreath. I didn't think of that. That's beautiful. Oh, look at all the little pieces. Port Orford cedar, Oregonia, winterberry, Douglas fir, white pine, lavender, magnolia, balsam fir. That's just, oh, beautiful. I think my drinking game for this video is how many times have I said beautiful? They're cute. I've never seen cups like that before. Kind of gold and crackled with different colors. I can't wait to go to like work Christmas party and have a nice Christmas drink and eat hors d'oeuvres, and it's just such a nice time. They have a kitty cat. Marion Malt, the aroma of holidays past, wafts through the air thanks to the simmer pot. Right. The perfect ingredients include Christmas greens, cranberries, and orange slices galore. For a secondary scent, consider tossing in cinnamon sticks or cloves. I like to make and display mulled spices because they provide a strong fragrance and visual appeal. We want to bring back some of the older traditions. I agree, I love that. When I was a kid, I'd go to my grandmother's house and she always had things on the stove. If she wasn't cooking, she would boil scented things to bring scents to the home. Nothing amplifies the seasonal spirit more than winter greenery. Once wreaths and garlands become indoors, they should be misted daily to stay fresh and fragrant. Oh, I didn't know that. There's the jars that we were talking about earlier. It's so simple, right? Just put in some chocolates in a little scoop and tie this decorative rope around it and you have decorations. Oh, and then these little, I've seen these before, these shot glass, or, oh no, it's still the same thing. I was thinking it was like, you know, those shot glasses that people put like around the rim. They put graham cracker and they make mini hot chocolates, maybe with a little bit of Bailey's. All right. Okay, I do like these stockings. Christmas is most truly Christmas when we celebrate it by giving the light of love to those who need it most. That's a nice sentiment. I hope that we all have a very nice Christmas if you celebrate, or a nice holiday season, and I hope it's full of positivity and warmth, and that we all do nice things for others during this time. I'm thankful for all of you watching. As always, I apologize for the additional noise, but I had a really nice time. Here's my candle. And I just want to say thanks again for watching my channel, and there are more videos to come. Take care.